Have you ever wished you could move something with just your mind? Imagine wanting a toy across the room to come closer. Telekinesis is the purported psychic ability to move or manipulate objects with just the power of the mind. From ancient myths to modern science fiction, the idea of controlling objects with our minds has always held a certain allure. But is telekinesis real? Is it a genuine phenomenon waiting to be scientifically proven, or is it merely a product of our imagination? Some accounts describe objects moving mysteriously, spoons bending with a glance, or even levitating saints. Join us as we delve into the fascinating world of telekinesis, exploring the historical accounts, scientific investigations, and skeptical viewpoints.
The concept of telekinesis is far from new. One such tale comes from ancient Greece, where the philosopher Pythagoras was said to have possessed extraordinary mental powers. In various cultures around the world, spiritual traditions and folklore are replete with accounts of individuals exhibiting telekinetic-like abilities. These early accounts provide a glimpse into the enduring human fascination with the possibility of telekinesis.
Fast forward to the 20th century, and the study of telekinesis began to take on a more scientific approach. One of the most well-known figures from this era is Nina Kulagina, a Russian woman who gained international attention in the 1960s for her alleged telekinetic abilities. However, skeptics argued that Kulagina's abilities could be explained by more mundane means, such as sleight of hand, hidden magnets, or even carefully staged illusions.
Another prominent figure in the history of telekinesis is Uri Geller, an Israeli illusionist who rose to fame in the 1970s with his dramatic displays of spoon bending. Geller claimed his abilities were psychic in nature, suggesting that he could harness unseen mental energies to manipulate matter. Magicians and skeptics alike were quick to point out that Geller's spoon-bending feats could be easily replicated using simple magic tricks.
J.B. Rhine's experiments with Zener cards became particularly influential in the field of parapsychology and continue to be debated today. Zener cards were designed to test for extrasensory perception, ESP, specifically clairvoyance. While Rhine's experiments focused primarily on ESP, some researchers believed that the same principles could be applied to test for psychokinesis. Critics argued that his experimental methods were flawed, suggesting that factors such as poor controls, sensory leakage, or even unconscious biases could have influenced the results. Despite the criticism, Rhine's work helped to popularize the study of parapsychology and laid the groundwork for future research into telekinesis. In more recent decades, researchers have turned to sophisticated technologies, such as random number generators, in their quest to study telekinesis. The use of RNGs in psychokinesis research is based on the premise that if the mind can influence matter, it might also be able to influence the outcome of a random event. While some RNG experiments have reported statistically significant results, these findings remain highly controversial within the scientific community. Proponents believe that further refinements in experimental design and data analysis may eventually provide more definitive evidence for the existence of mind-matter interactions.
Despite decades of research and numerous experimental approaches, the scientific evidence for telekinesis remains elusive. Skeptics argue that factors such as experimental error, unconscious cues, statistical anomalies, or even outright fraud could account for many of the reported positive results. Despite the ongoing skepticism and the lack of a definitive breakthrough, the study of telekinesis continues to fascinate researchers and the public alike. The world of magic and illusion provides a unique perspective on claims of telekinesis. Magicians are masters of deception, skilled at creating the illusion of objects moving with the mind spoons bending effortlessly, and other seemingly impossible feats. The techniques employed by magicians highlight the importance of critical thinking when evaluating claims of telekinesis. The point is not to dismiss all claims of telekinesis as mere magic tricks, but rather to emphasize the importance of considering alternative explanations and seeking out rigorous, independently verifiable evidence. The scientific community approaches claims of telekinesis, and indeed any extraordinary claim, with a healthy dose of skepticism. The burden of proof lies with the person making the claim to provide convincing evidence to support their assertion. In the case of telekinesis, the claim being made is that the human mind can exert a physical force on matter at a distance without any known physical intermediary. Therefore, the level of evidence required to support such an extraordinary claim must be equally extraordinary.
The human mind is naturally drawn to the mysterious and the unknown. This fascination likely stems from a deep-seated desire to believe that there is more to the world than meets the eye, that we possess hidden potentials waiting to be unlocked. Understanding the psychological factors that contribute to our beliefs is crucial for evaluating claims of telekinesis objectively.
The study of telekinesis and other psychic phenomena remains a controversial and intriguing field of inquiry. While the scientific evidence to date does not provide conclusive support for the existence of such abilities, it is also premature to dismiss the possibility entirely. The history of science is replete with examples of phenomena that were once considered impossible or even magical, but were later explained through scientific advancements. From the germ theory of disease to the discovery of electricity, our understanding of the universe has constantly evolved as we have developed new tools and methods for investigating the natural world. Therefore, it is essential to maintain a balanced approach to the unknown. While skepticism is crucial for preventing us from being misled by false claims, an open mind allows for the possibility of discovery and the expansion of our understanding. The search for evidence of telekinesis and other psychic phenomena will undoubtedly continue. Whether these investigations ultimately lead to a scientific breakthrough or simply deepen our understanding of the complexities of the human mind and the universe we inhabit, the journey of exploration and discovery is an essential part of the scientific endeavor.
The power of illusion, tricks of the mind and body. Our senses can be easily fooled. Magicians have shown for centuries how skilled techniques create illusions that defy nature. These tricks manipulate our perception, making us believe in the extraordinary. For instance, spoon bending might involve pre-bent spoons or hidden pressure. Objects moving on their own could be controlled by threads, magnets, or air currents. Our brains find patterns, even when they don't exist, leading to perceived telekinesis.
Unconscious influences, the subconscious at play. Another possible explanation for some telekinetic claims lies within the realm of the subconscious mind. Our subconscious is a powerful force, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ways we're often unaware of. Some researchers suggest that telekinesis, rather than being a conscious ability, might be a manifestation of unconscious processes that we don't fully understand. For instance, ideomotor activity, the phenomenon of our bodies making small, involuntary movements in response to our thoughts or suggestions, could potentially explain some instances of object movement attributed to telekinesis. If someone subconsciously wants an object to move, they might unconsciously make subtle movements that cause the object to shift slightly, even if they're unaware of doing so. Similarly, the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy could be at play. If someone deeply believes they possess telekinetic abilities and focuses intently on an outcome, they might unconsciously influence the situation to align with their expectations. This could involve subtle cues, like body language or tone of voice, that influence the behavior of others, or even create slight environmental changes that contribute to the desired result. While these subconscious influences don't suggest genuine telekinesis in the sense of a conscious, directed ability, they highlight the complex interplay between our minds, bodies, and the environment, and how these interactions can sometimes produce seemingly inexplicable results. Beyond our understanding, unexplored realms of science. Despite the lack of definitive evidence for telekinesis, it's important to acknowledge the limitations of our current scientific understanding. The universe is vast and complex, and there may be forces, energies, or dimensions that we haven't yet discovered or fully comprehended. For example, quantum physics, the study of the subatomic world, has revealed strange and counterintuitive phenomena that challenge our classical notions of cause and effect, suggesting that our minds might interact with reality in ways we're only beginning to explore. Concepts like quantum entanglement, where two particles remain connected and influence each other instantaneously, regardless of distance, hint at the possibility of non-local connections that could extend to consciousness. Some theoretical physicists have proposed that consciousness itself might be a fundamental property of the universe, like gravity or electromagnetism, and that our brains might act as receivers and transmitters of this cosmic consciousness. If this were the case, it's conceivable that our minds could potentially interact with matter in ways that defy our current understanding of physics, perhaps explaining phenomena like telekinesis. However, it's essential to emphasize that these ideas are highly speculative and remain firmly in the realm of theoretical physics. While they offer intriguing possibilities, they haven't been scientifically validated, and much more research is needed to explore their potential implications for understanding consciousness and its relationship to the physical world.
The verdict: science seeks a testable universe. Is telekinesis real? Based on current evidence, the answer is not proven. Human desire and historical accounts are intriguing but lack rigorous scientific proof. Science thrives on testability, repeatability, and measurable data. Some experiments hint at telekinesis, but none meet the scientific method's high bar. Skepticism safeguards against jumping to conclusions based on insufficient evidence. The history of science shows that what was once impossible can be later understood.
The universe of wonder, keep exploring. While telekinesis might remain an enigma for now, the pursuit of understanding the full potential of the human mind and its relationship to the universe is an ongoing and worthwhile endeavor. The human brain is an incredibly complex organ, and we are only beginning to scratch the surface of its capabilities. Perhaps in the future, as our scientific tools and understanding of consciousness evolve, we will uncover new evidence that sheds light on the mysteries of telekinesis and other psychic phenomena. Until then, these concepts will continue to spark our imaginations, fuel our creativity, and remind us of the vastness of the unknown. The universe is a place of endless wonder, filled with mysteries waiting to be unraveled. While the existence of telekinesis remains an open question, the very act of exploring this question, of challenging our assumptions and pushing the boundaries of knowledge, is a testament to the power of human curiosity and our innate desire to understand the world around us. So keep asking questions, keep exploring, and keep your mind open to the possibilities, however strange or improbable they may seem. The universe is full of surprises, and who knows what wonders we might uncover if we dare to look beyond the limits of our current understanding.